Yo, what's up YouTube? It's the one, and today I'll be giving you my first impressions on Punishing Grey Raven. If you've been following the channel, a couple of days ago I had a stream that did really well. Shout out to all you guys in the live chat that gave me pointers and tips on how to actually understand the game, because I'm gonna be real, the first day I played this game by myself I did not have a clue about what I was doing. So yeah, I'll be giving my thoughts after a couple of days of playing. Let's get it. So I really wanted to play this game for the longest time, but there was always something coming up, whether it's another game coming up, another game where I had to make content for, or you know, Wuthering Waves just got busy and I had to make a ton of content on the game. But I finally decided a couple days ago to knuckle down and actually play the game for myself and see what the hype is about, because you guys know Kuro Games have done an amazing job, a fantastic job with Wuthering Waves. So I always wanted to see the predecessor, the game that came out before Wuthering Waves, that people praise and hold really highly, which is Punishing Grey Raven. Now I think this game came out like around about 5 years ago, so this is a pretty old game, but they've managed to grow a really loyal fan base. From what I know about Kuro Games and Wuthering Waves is that they did a great job. So all my expectations were met. If I'm being honest, all my expectations were met, even exceeded. I'm gonna be real, my expectations were exceeded. And my first day of playing by myself, where I didn't really understand what I was doing, I just saw tons of stuff, tons of events, and I'll get into that later. I didn't really know what to do first, because it just came and hit me like a train, boom, right in the face, or like a right hook from Mike Tyson. That shit hit me right in the face, and I was like, yo, I am discombobulated. I do not know what I'm doing. Where do I start? Do I start on story? What's this? What's that? Combat's weird. I don't understand it. I'm trash at the combat. And then on stream, you guys told me more about the combat, the intricacies, and how to actually start. So honestly, first things first, what I like to say is the game definitely very free to play friendly. That's what I'll start off by saying. Like if I take a look over here at my units, I got a really strong team. The guys on my live stream told me that this team was really strong, and it's a meta team apparently. We got Luna Oblivion, the latest limited unit, and she's really strong. And we also got her 6-star weapon. I managed to put it on a single summon early, Reconstruction of Law. We also got Live Luminous off a ticket, and from another ticket I managed to get her 6-star weapon. And then I also pulled Watanabe as well. So that's my main team I'm running. And other notable units I have is I also got Bridget and Teddy as well, and we got them max triple S rank because you can actually get them for free through events. Now what I also want to say is, as a free-to-play who's played about 3 days, right? I've played for about 3 days, and I already have what's considered a meta team, and I've only played for about 3 days. Actually played it for 3 days, right? So this just shows the level of how free to play the game is. And another thing is the events. They have so many events currently going on. They have so many events currently going on and that are really nice for new players. One of the best ones is where is it? Is it Stars and Snare? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one, Phantom Moon event. I believe, yeah, through this event you can actually get where is it? Yeah, you can actually get Bridget and Teddy for free, and you can actually max rank them. So that's how I got them triple S rank, and you can get them triple S rank through burning stamina. So there's an event going on where through burning stamina you can get shard pieces and you can rank them up. And obviously ranking them up, they'll get more stats and they'll get stronger, and you know, unlock abilities and etc. So with how free to play the game is, and it's very easy to get into it. You guys might think I am shitting on Honkai Star Rail, but I will make this comparison. It's way easier to get into Punishing Grey Raven than Honkai Star Rail. The reason why is it takes way less time to build up a really what is considered a meta team than it is on Honkai Star Rail. Like this game's been out for what, 5 years, and within 3 days I already have a meta team, or what's considered a meta team. While in a game like Honkai Star Rail, you'll have to grind for hours and hours and hours, days on end, and it'll take a way longer to build up a meta team on Honkai Star Rail. Plus you have to wait for banners to rerun units, etc. So you get my point. This game, they have so many rewards. Novice, like look at this, right? They have novice, beginner tutorial. They have, what's this? This event right here. They have what? Yeah, we looked at this, the beginner tutorial. They have this, the target, where you can get pulls and other goodies. It's like there's so many good things, guys. And what's really great about this game is they don't force you to spend money. They don't force you. I almost tried to swipe on stream, and the guys on the stream were like, yo, the one, don't do it, you can get everything free to play. I didn't believe. I was kind of like iffy on it, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna be free to play. I stayed free to play and got this all free. Got all these units completely for free, you know. And so yeah, that's what I like to say. So it's easy to get into. It's easy to get a good, like, that's one thing. Because I was thinking, okay, I haven't played the game in so long, blah blah blah. But the what's good is the older units aren't as good as the current units. But what I like is they give you enough currency and they feed you a ton of tickets to get S rank characters that you can actually catch up. So even though I haven't been playing in 5 years, I do have a competitive team. So next, besides how free to play the game is and how it's easy to get into because they give you new units, we talk about the combat. Now the combat in this game is more complex than Wuthering Waves, and I am now of the mindset that Punishing Grey Raven definitely has the most complex and most in-depth combat system out of all gacha games. It has the most complex, most depth to a gacha game I've ever played in my life, and that's a lot coming from a guy who's played over 1,000 gacha games, right? So they have insane combat. The level of detail, different characters have different, you know, skill patterns, different combinations, different skills. It's just really good. Lots of depth. Each character in the game has depth to it, you know. So it's really nice. What else do I like? I like the dodge system where you dodge and time freezes. I like that a lot. I love the different combinations, and they have QTEs, which is like, I think that's quick time event. So they have QTEs in this game as well. So even if you don't have to switch to a character, you can just click on them once they start flashing, and they pop onto the battlefield, and they do a quick effect, and then they bounce out. This is actually quite different to Wuthering Waves. As in Wuthering Waves, you only have intro skills and outro skills, and you can only, you know, your other characters in your party can only do skills once they're actually on the field. So you can only do an intro skill when you switch into a character. You can only do an outro skill once you switch out of a character, if that makes sense. So as much as I think the Wuthering Waves game system, combat system is very in depth, Punishing Grey Raven definitely tops that in comparison. And although I have been playing a lot, and many of you guys who were on my stream and many of you in my comments and stuff leave tips and on how I can improve and get better. I do feel I have gotten way better and I understand the game more, but I do feel like the ceiling of skill, the ceiling to increase my skill on this game is definitely still very high. There's lots of different ways to get better at the game. You can do all sorts of things in this game. You can dodge, you can counter, you know, it's just really fun. I really enjoy the combat system. And one thing I will say is that with Punishing Gray Raven, the combat system is so good it's almost a bad thing with how in-depth the combat is in the game. It's why I say it's a problem with how in-depth it is because many people play gacha games super casually, you know. And I honestly feel that based on how I felt before I played the game and from what I heard revolving around the game, I heard lots of things about how difficult the combat is and how in-depth it is, and it's very true. It took me like 2 days to actually start to get to grips with the combat and, you know, actually understand what I'm doing, with help with you guys, of course. And like I said, with gacha games, it's more of a casual thing. So even though I play these gacha games on my PC and some of them now are starting to come out on console like PS5, I for videos, or if I'm streaming, I play Wuthering Waves on my PC. But when I'm chilling and I'm off stream and not recording, I play the game on my console, on my PS5. I just find it more chill and better on there. But most of these gacha games are designed to be played on a mobile, you know, and you know, people, the casual guy isn't like me who does this as a hobby, does this as like to make money, to make content. So they just log on for 30 minutes, you know, try and just mess around, and they hop off like they just hop on a gacha game on their lunch break or something, that type of vibe. So not many people have time to learn how the combat works. Like they have many tutorials, many guide systems in place in Punishing Gray Raven, to where if you're willing to put the time in to learn a character, you can learn a character and how they work from top to bottom. There's so many tutorials, so many combat tutorials, so many combat tutorials in the game to teach you how to play, but it's putting in the time to learn how the game works. And not many people are willing to do that, because we live in a time right now where people just want something easy to grasp, where the gate of entry is very easy. And that's one thing I talked about with a homie of the channel, Life, when we streamed. I feel like the gate of entry to Wuthering Waves is so much more easier than Punishing Gray Raven. That's why Wuthering Waves is doing so much more better, and is more renowned than Punishing Gray Raven, because it's more easy. Casual players can get into Wuthering Waves much more easier than Punishing Gray Raven, because Punishing Gray Raven have a really good combat system, and it's just more in-depth and more complicated to get into as a casual guy who's just getting into it and isn't really trying to, you know, learn how the combat works, learn how character works, you know. Next thing I want to talk about is the story. Now, during my live stream, I did skip through the story, but you can actually go back and read through the story if you skip it, so that's a really good feature. And obviously you guys in the chats have told me, and through stream have told me, honestly the story is very depressing, man. I won't get into spoilers, but the story is really depressing. Wuthering Waves is a dark story, but I feel like we haven't reached the darkness that is in Punishing Gray Raven at any point in Wuthering Waves. Like in Punishing Gray Raven, they actually kill off characters. Yes, I know that's actually crazy if you play Honkai Star Rail. As you know, in Honkai Star Rail, they never kill off any characters, but in PGR, Punishing Gray Raven, they actually kill off characters, and that's really crazy. And you can actually play through character side quests. That's another thing that they have in Wuthering Waves. They have side quests for each character, so you can get their background and where they came from. And some of the side quests are really sad, man. I'll be real, some of them are really sad. So many characters have dark pasts and stuff. So the story is really good. Sadder and more depressing than Wuthering Waves, but it's very good. So Kuro Games have very good storytelling skills. You know, the characters have great facial expressions, great animations, great rigging in the cutscenes and stuff. It's really engaging. And what's crazy is with PGR, the more I played, the more I enjoyed the game. And one thing I do also want to talk about with the gacha system, right, is there's a pity where you're guaranteed the character. You're guaranteed the character. So once you do the 60 pulls here, you're guaranteed this character. So there's no 50-50 on here. There is a chance to get it early. There is a 50-50. Sorry, no, there is a chance of getting it early, but there is no 50-50. But once you reach that 60 pulls on this banner, you are guaranteed the character. But getting it before the 60 pulls is low. Like, I think it's really low. But even still, 60 PD is really good for a guaranteed. Then you have the base. Then you have a target where you can actually target other S rank units. And this right here, wait, is that it? No, this, the target weapon. So what's really cool is, for example, Luna Oblivion is the latest S rank character in the game, right? And in this game, characters have signature weapons. So what's really cool is when a new unit comes out, their weapon gets added into the target weapon banner. On this target weapon banner, every unit's weapon is on this banner, and it's here permanently. So you can use all your currency on the event banner for the new S rank character. And if you out and you don't have enough currency for the weapon, there's no rush, there's no FOMO, because the weapon is always going to be here. There is no deadline, it doesn't get removed. And that's a really good system. And I genuinely think this needs to be added into Wuthering Waves, because this is such a beautiful system to where there's no FOMO with the weapons. And what I will, and even the pity is 30 for the weapon. That's amazing. So the game is just really good, really free to play friendly. Kuro on this game treats that player base well. That's why you see players really love this game. And I'm now one of those people who now actively play this game on a day-to-day basis outside of content. So I'm not just doing this for any monetary obligations. I generally enjoy playing the game now. I generally enjoy coming on, building more teams, building up new units, and saving for that Devil May Cry collab that will be coming. And you can bet your asses I am gonna pull for my boy Virgil. Now, out of 10, from my 3-day experience of extensively playing, I think I have probably 10 to 12 hours of time in across the 3 days. I would definitely give this game, out of 10 from what I've played, I would definitely give this game a I would definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10. 100% 8.5 out of 10. The reason why I'm not giving it a 9 out of 10 is just for the fact that many people aren't like me, and they wouldn't, you know, like I say, the gate of entry is everything. Everything about the game is great. The only thing is the gate of entry, with how easy it is to pick up easy in terms of the combat system, because it takes a while to get used to that. Besides that, after you've played a while and you've gone through tutorials on how things work, then the game is just amazing. So 8.5 out of 10 is what I'm gonna give Punishing Gray Raven. Insane, phenomenal game. I recommend all you guys to try out the game. You need to try this game out. It's really good, really fun. I will have another stream later, probably later today at the time of this recording. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my honest first impressions on Punishing Gray Raven. Insane game. Let me know what you guys think about Punishing Gray Raven in the comments below. Have you played the game before? Do you still currently play it? And let me know any tips on how to progress my account if you want to throw those as well. I take all the tips, because one thing is about me is I love to learn. I love to get better at things. That's why I'm big on combat sports. I love I love to improve, I love to learn, I love to absorb information. But I am rambling. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what other Punishing Girl Raven videos you want to see in the comments below. Join the Discord, Lions Pride, link is in the description. I have a Discord, guys. Yes, it's in the description. Join that if you want to talk, have conversations with other guys. Talk Punishing Girl Raven, Wuthering Waves, gacha games, drama about gacha games, whatever it is. But yeah, take care and peace, guys.